Wait. Before we do it, can we do my compulsion?
Yeah.
So we all have to hold hands, take a deep breath and say Joanne. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
You have to like lock in and take it seriously. Joanne. That was a good one. I really felt that.
It's going to be a good episode.
Get it off your chest, get them off your back. Get your compulsions back on track. Stick it to the strikes, tell them take a hike. Join your obsessive compulsive Dykes.
Hello and welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Dykes.
My name is Anna.
My name's Megs and...
My name is Gaby.
Oh my gosh! There's a guest in the studio! Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Welcome, Gaby. Today we have Gabio in the studio.
Gabby-o in the studio!
Yes.
Add a beat, sample this. Gaby, would you like to introduce yourself with your last name and your pronouns, please?
My name is
Only last name. And that's how we'll be referring to
Foley. She, her.
Nice.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Foley, she, her. My name is Tolstoy. Any.
Kamari, they, she, thank you. This has been wonderful. And that's our show, guys. Joanna, right. I feel like I shouldn't have brought it out, actually. Now I feel weird again. Do you need to reset?
No, I'm good. But that's thin ice. I'm not having that.
Okay, no callbacks.
No.
Anyways, welcome, Gaby. It's fucking wonderful to have you.
Excuse the other host in the room.
Excuse whatever's happening there. Disregard.
Yeah, just stick with the sofa gang.
Yeah.
It's okay, me and Gabby are going to make out after this. I'm going to win the round.
Big
Her
time.
round.
Big time.
Yeah.
Great.
We actually just did when you were in the bathroom.
You looked away and we did that.
We did it.
You know what?
I wasn't wearing lipstick before.
No,
From you.
I put that on you. Sorry.
Full, it was 100% transfer.
Yeah.
All of the lipstick.
Yes. So was the eye makeup. We just got really into it.
Really into it. Yeah, the Bindi got lost in the process. Okay, my gender of the day
Yeah, go.
is, thank you,
Sorry.
welcome to my podcast, is like an ice cube. You know when you get an ice cube out and it like melts way quicker than you think it's going to because it's hot weather.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe how quick that ice cube melted.
Yeah.
What is the point of ice? But then also you do need ice for cooling and enjoyment of drinks,
Yeah.
amongst other things.
Yeah.
For example,
You are this ice cube.
yeah, that's how
so
I
you
feel.
feel like you've melted quickly today.
It's more of a process.
It's more
You're still melting.
It's the process, but you know, like when it's like the pool around the ice cube is kind of like, okay, hear me out. Specifically, you're on holiday, you're on like a deck chair.
Yes.
Well, you put an ice cube for fun because you're like, there's unlimited ice at this bar apparently. You put an ice cube on like the wooden floor of like by the poolside, and you watch it melt, and you're like, how quick will it go?
Yeah.
Specifically, that situation.
Yeah. That really screams, and I hate to say this, but that really screams millennial. It's like you did not have a phone when you were 12, so you had to watch fucking ice cubes melt on the floor.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
Yeah.
I've seen this resurgence recently where people are like getting brick phones again.
Yeah, of course
I
they
would
are.
love that though.
Yeah, wouldn't we all? But like that's just
But you just can't be living that way. I feel.
Do you know what I mean? No, you can't be living that way.
You can't listen to a
Not
podcast on that.
Well,
you can't
exactly.
listen to a podcast on that first of all. First and foremost.
And that's the only thing.
That's all we do on those telephone
Those
devices.
But if you think about it, what could you not, apart from social media, right? Of like, if you need to brand yourself, but say you're like a fucking lawyer. What do you need your phone for?
Are you
Scrolling.
fucking kidding me? You need to be sending emails
Maps.
all day long if you're a lawyer.
Maps.
You need to
Emails.
find maps. When is my tube leaving?
Yes.
Where is this place that
Oh
I'm
shit!
looking for?
Yeah.
Like there are so many things that you might need it for.
Camera.
I can't do fitness without it.
Can't you?
Well, that's a job. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
work out without a phone.
Music.
realistically. But like,
Music.
yeah,
Music.
I need Spotify in order to play my music on it. That is where I see where my shifts are. That's where they send me updates on things.
Yeah.
Like, if I had a brick phone,
You'd be suffering.
You'd be playing Snake all day long and doing
yeah,
nothing
if I had a
else.
brick phone, I'd be unemployed and probably happy, but also most likely living in Sweden in my mum's house. So, you know.
I wish we were all living in Sweden. In
I
your mum's
honestly
house.
wish this was your mum's house right now.
Yeah. Do you
It
know
could
what?
be.
Me too.
There's nothing to prove it isn't.
If we all close our eyes and hold hands.
Gabby, what's your gender of the day?
My gender of the day, I was thinking about this on the bus.
Oh, doing your research.
Yeah, well,
Prep
do you
work.
know what? I like that. I'm thinking, Home Alone.
Yeah.
No,
I'm already with you.
Culkin is never leaving us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Our triplet, Macaulay Culkin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Oh my
that's
God.
quite Macaulay Culkin then. I feel like him, Home Alone 1, he's like,
Yeah.
like the parents are gone and he's like eating all the food, he's getting brain freeze.
Yeah.
He's like doing adult things, but like it doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
me
it.
today.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Brain freeze,
Yeah.
don't feel right doing adult life.
I'm
Yes.
really here for that.
And also, are scary men chasing me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Always.
Do you know what I mean?
There's always an element of that going on.
We're always fearing.
That reminds me, I really hate to keep jumping in, but seeing as we just all had to speak until the hour's over,
Naturally.
one of us was going to. I yesterday was walking home from work late and it was like 11 p.m. and this guy runs up behind me and I literally turn around ready to like assess / fight. And he stops and I'm like, what are you doing running up behind me? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just because it's raining. I'm just running to my car. And I was like, you literally cannot just run behind someone on a deserted street. Just so you know,
Yeah.
that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no, I totally see that. I'm so sorry.
I love that you pulled him up on it though.
yeah.
I love that you were like, it's raining, but I'm schooling you right
Yeah.
now.
If
I had my
anyone
brolly.
It's Megs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Changing the world
respect
one man at a time.
that.
And not by fucking them anymore. Thank God.
Yeah. Thank God.
That finished in 2001.
To really stay on brand, 2001.
Just kidding. Me and Macaulay Culkin.
Oh fucking God.
Now.
Yeah.
Now.
My gender of the day is actually an angry man, I will say.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking of, I don't know if either of you watched Vampire Diaries ever, but there was this, there are werewolves in it. And they are like,
Wait. Vampire Diaries and werewolves is giving Twilight.
well, famously those worlds collide.
Famously.
Sorry.
Anna's
Famously.
new favourite word.
You've clearly not been on the forums.
Unfortunately, I've not been on Tumblr for a while. No, I'm so sorry.
Which is weird because you're literally 41. No, but I feel like when they are about to turn and they're getting really angry and out of control, and I feel like if somebody touches me, I'll go like, wah!
Yeah.
Like I feel very snappy.
Yeah, you're going to turn full wolf.
Yeah.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Love Lies Bleeding. Yeah, I'm dope.
Have you seen
right
it?
Now.
No,
Can
what's
you see
that?
these guns?
Yeah, we can, baby. Sorry, Gabby doesn't know what Love Lies Bleeding.
No. What?
It's like the queer film of the year.
Are you even queer? What are you doing?
Apparently not.
Apparently
I've
not.
just renounced the title.
So sad.
So what?
We really could have been something.
Who's in it?
Katie O'Brien and Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
80s.
Yes.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
know of
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
I know of it. I just haven't. I'm really bad at the
To
To be
cinema.
honest, depending on your compulsions and vibes, I literally have said the word compulsion about 4 times in the last 10 minutes for no reasons. I'm like showing off that we all have OCD. Anyway,
Yeah.
I struggled my way through it, just FYI.
Why?
Because of gore.
Oh, I can't do gore.
Great, then
No, I
fucking
can't.
don't do it.
I can't do. Twilight. Speaking of, as soon as they broke her leg, first film, I was out of there.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in
That
that.
sucks.
If you're breaking people's legs,
Where else is it going?
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's movie one.
Ugh.
I love it personally.
Really?
I'm so here for gore.
You come back from a long day and you're like, oh, let's put some gore on.
Yeah.
With
Yes,
gore.
100%. So here's the thing.
Yes,
here's my
100%.
theory. Here's my theory, right? What? What?
She just said hot gore summer.
Wait, what's your theory?
My theory
Oh,
is
got a tear.
that my OCD takes another, why I can deal with gore, why I like gore, is because it distracts me from my
Intrusive.
thoughts, exactly. So I'm like, oh, this is a lot and it's really engaging. So instead of that fueling or triggering anything, I'm like, oh, thank God you're distracted me from the true horror, which is my mind.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Yeah.
You know what I
Woo.
mean?
Yeah.
Speaking
Yes.
of, why are you here, Gabby? Tell us.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
wow. I'm an obsessive compulsive type.
We're starting a cult. Gaby's the first member.
I'm coming in. Well, I wrote a play
Yes.
Yeah.
called Flicker.
And we've seen the play.
Yes.
You've both seen the play.
Separately.
And it is about,
I just wanted everyone to know.
that they do hang out apart.
Yeah.
Not just on yellow furniture.
You wrote a play.
So I wrote a play and you both came and saw it.
Yes.
And it is about OCD
Mm-hmm.
and queerness and all those sweet, sweet things.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was amazing to us because when your publicist or team or you or whoever it was reached out via Instagram to us and we were like, what the fuck? It's like so perfect that it's a play about being queer and OCD, and that we were like, we have to fucking see it, obviously. We both went to the Fringe only for that reason.
Of course.
We saw your show and we both, I mean, we saw it separately, but we texted and we were like, this is so unbelievably hard hitting. We were like, we've never seen anything so, what's the word? When you feel validated by something.
Yeah, there is a word for that. Surely.
Representative of the experience.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it.
Well, that's nice.
No, I had, like, you saw me after.
I was there.
I had a quite visceral reaction to the show. I was in tears.
Yeah.
I was absolutely, like, it was, like, in the representation and the honesty in it, because I think that's something that is, especially with OCD, which I think is part of the reason why we started this podcast as well, because it's such an alienating thing, because it will always convince you that you are absolutely and utterly alone with your experience.
Yeah.
So to be able to see something that was so transparently, like, and so naked and so, like, vulnerable and honest about the experience.
Yeah.
And also in a way, because it was, I think the biggest fear often that I've had with OCD and with, like, talking about it has always been that somebody's gonna, you know, lock me up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have, we've had conversations, you know, that feel so secret because.
Sorry.
No, get out!
This is insane! Megs, this is insane! You have to stop!
Wait, what's
Okay,
happening?
sorry, Gary, to catch you up.
You have not painted your insane
No, I So,
not painted those same screens.
I haven't. I went, okay, context, let's rewind. In case just 100,000 people who are your biggest fans are listening to the pod and haven't listened to it before, I need to send a really important email and I haven't sent it yet. I'm going to, I've been inconvenienced.
This saga has been going on now for like over a month.
I have been punishing myself by saying I'm not going to cut my nails until I send this email.
And then one day, this motherfucker comes in with only these two cards.
It's still happening now. They are so long. And I do have a green tip, but that's because I went and graffitied a thing the other day in Leek Street, where it's legal to graffiti.
And did you go green because of...
We went green. We went green because my friend has a show that's like all branded green. So we were just like, let's do that for fun.
Were you doing like PR for the show?
No, not at all, but it's just like the colour I associate with them. So I was like, we should get green.
Sorry, I was like,
Is it
everything
Charlie
was capitalised.
It is Charlie XCX, that's my friend. So really upsetting.
Yeah.
Truly terrible. I can only apologise.
Wow, we will.
But I will say I've started to now kind of love them.
Well, you know, that's the thing. With people going to the nail salon, the salon, and trying to find a way to ask for these two non-pointy.
Yeah.
And saying that they're in bowling teams.
Bowling teams.
So actually, maybe Megs has just got into bowling of late.
Big time.
Big time bowl.
I usually don't have, this is my usual thing. So this is very weird for me. I just need to send the email. But annoyingly, instead of sending the email because I'm unmotivated, I'm now like, maybe I'll keep this forever. Because
this is my new
the more I'm
personality.
looking at it as well,
it's giving...
It's a vibe, you know? There's something about it.
It's like you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Also, like, you can me, but you can also tickle my back. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And both of them are
Bit of
a
ASMR.
comfortable experience.
I don't get ASMR.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Yeah, another thing we disagree on.
Just, yeah.
You don't get it at all.
I
big
want
on
to get it,
ASMR.
but it feels like people are scratching me.
Yeah, I don't like
inside
that.
your body.
Inside my mind.
Woo! Yeah.
There's already
so much going on.
going on.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
Let's just take us all back. Just put all that parachute back in the bag.
Yeah.
It's year 6, and we need to get on with maths. Oh,
I was
your
talking
show.
About,
yes.
We were all talking about Flickr. And
I don't even know her. Sorry.
And I was bigging it up and I was giving you loads of lovely compliments, and then all of a sudden I got distracted by this monstrosity that I'm now sort of obsessed with. Like, I kind of want you to take out my whim. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? It's all for you, baby.
Anyways, back to Flickr. I would love to know you can tell me however you like. How it all started. Like, when did you start writing it? What motivated you to write it? Was it only because you wanted to be a star, or was it because you wanted to
help the world?
You know?
I want to be a star. Well, when I was at drama school, we had to write like a little sum
That's
every
so
year,
cool.
which I think is really good because
It gets you into the realistic industry.
world of having to create your own work. And then there was an option in the 3rd year to pitch your show or a show and use like resources and have a team help you and then do it for your final show.
That's sick.
I know. I was like, banging. Big up Royal Welsh. And God.
If this podcast is anything, it's a Royal Welsh Appreciation podcast.
It truly is. And I started writing Flickr. I don't know. I was like, everyone was like, write what you know.
Yeah.
Write what you know. And I went, what do I know? And apparently it's intrusive thoughts and gay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's our
Preaching to the choir.
That's our personality traits.
Yeah.
Yours is intrusive thoughts, gay, tool.
Yes.
Mine's intrusive thoughts, gay, short.
Yeah.
Yours is intrusive thoughts, gay, and
Also tall, to be honest.
Also tall, so how will they distinguish us?
Yeah.
you look the exact same to
Yes,
me.
it's true. I'm looking at the...
You know what?
The man
you
in the
can't
mirror.
have tall because it...
I was going to sing it,
Yeah, go
and
on.
then I just stopped.
No, please. I'm looking for...
Guys, I feel like this is really inappropriate and also meta because we all know about Michael Jackson and just like,
we
weird
shouldn't
stuff.
we shouldn't be doing that.
You know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Famously bad.
Yeah.
Famously bad.
Famously bad.
Wow.
Okay, it's
Wow.
not black or white, guys, so...
Wow.
I don't want that to be my official statement. It is.
Back it up.
That's also
the
the
fear
problem.
now creeps in.
Yes, no,
the fear.
no, we've discussed this plenty of times on the pod. We've been like, every time we crack a joke, we have to spend like 10 minutes undoing it.
Yeah.
So
Like,
much.
So, and also when I edit it, I'm like...
Is this offensive? Is this offensive? Is this offensive?
Yeah.
Clapping our inner wrists together in a lock me up officer kind of motion.
And it's gotten to the point where I just like edit out the ums and then I go, well, out into the world. Because
Let it be.
you know,
Just let it fly.
Let it fly.
So anything you say will be on record.
Yeah, this is
Brilliant.
essentially, this entire project is like CBT.
Truly.
Kubata.
Good.
This is
Kubata.
just
Good to anyone?
Kubata. Kubata.
How happy you are. I'm so happy
you
you're
don't
happy.
have a hand anymore.
I don't think you're...
No, I actually did say that to my housemate before I left. I was so fuming and I was like, and he was like, when you get back, I'll be here if you need to like scream and shout. And I was like, do you know what? I appreciate that, but I have a sneaky feeling I won't be mad anymore.
I think everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
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 That was whoa. Okay, it's giving me Miley Cyrus.
No,
it's giving me whoa. I can't do it.
No, but I really enjoyed it.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
Was
because
that
that's
not
what
what
I did.
That's not what you're going for.
No, it is what I was going for, and I did it correctly, that people will say.
Yeah.
I did it exactly the melody it is, and then you said, it's giving, and you did the complete wrong scale, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
Take that, Royal Welsh.
Look, I'm sorry
Anyways,
about
there's
that.
going to be a poll on the Instagram. Team Gaby versus Team
Sorry, I think mine was more accurate. Seriously, apart
Okay,
from
sorry,
if I could
sorry.
sing it well, it would be more accurate.
Let's do it. Let's give our final versions. Everybody
Wait,
gives
Megs,
a
are you giving
version.
one?
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
Final version. Sorry, that's the time. We're over.
Sorry.
Whoa, yeah.
No, that last one, that was it. But everything you were doing
Different ones.
before.
She does different ones in between different cuts and different scenes.
I know.
Oh,
I just can't do it.
okay.
I wish I could send
get
you.
out. Oh.
Could send you what I want.
Try and do it. Bearing in mind, I'm not a Disney Channel kid. I'm a CITV Freeview kid, guys.
Yeah.
I was a trees and branches kid.
It's because in 2001 you were doing other things.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm really enjoying this. However, I'm going
Your
to move
face looks like it.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I don't really know where it all went wrong.
Oh.
But we were talking about...
We were talking about my play.
So did you write Flickr on your own?
Yeah. So in okay, I'm backtracking.
Yes.
So I started writing. I was like, write from what you know, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try writing about this because I was like, I feel like I've never seen much representation of it. Which
Any? Have you really ever seen any?
I've seen some,
Nice.
but sometimes I was like,
Where is that? Did
Just-
you drop some resources? Because I've been sitting there going, yeah.
Pure.
yeah,
Have you watched Pure on Channel 4?
No.
No.
Watch it. It's about pure OCD.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
So
we'll
watch
it.
Pure,
Yeah.
and I had watched Pure, and honestly, when I watched that, I literally was like, oh, that's interesting, but I had never
Put those things
put
together.
those two things together, and I think maybe everyone's OCD, everyone's intrusive thoughts are different, obviously, and I personally had never felt that, apart from the some universal ones. But like, I never felt like I'd watched something, and I think TV's different. You have to pass it through so many people. Whereas like in theatre, I feel like you can just say more like honest things. Sometimes,
Yeah.
because you're not being policed by
Yeah.
who's policing everything else.
Fuck you. Please bleep that.
No, yeah, I will.
But like, so I felt like I'd never
You'll
seen
never be hired.
the truth. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to write. Well, not that I'm writing the truth. That really makes me feel like
No, you are.
You are. You
Jesus.
genuinely are
But-
writing the truth.
It can't be the truth for both of us and then like not fucking loads of other people.
For everyone
It wouldn't
in the
be
world.
like
Yeah.
only, you happen to write a show that only we relate to.
Once again-
Relatable.
So wrote it, then did a little version of it for the end of my
Course.
drama school thing,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, I wanna make this bigger
I
because
want to keep this going.
what I found when people came out of it and watched it, and I was shitting myself when I put it on. I was like, oh my god, I hate what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Because I was so scared. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having a lot of, and my family were coming. I was like, I feel like I'm having a lot of big conversations through the medium of art, which I
Yeah.
haven't really had through the medium of conversation.
Yeah.
No, hard relate kind of with the amount I'm speaking about my dad on this podcast.
It's
I
so
still haven't
funny.
spoken to him about anything.
Yes.
Again.
Yummy.
You know?
Thankfully, he definitely isn't listening to it.
Hey.
No.
So
No.
with that, maybe I don't want to spoil anything of the plot of the show. But there is a pretty big thing that if you have OCD, you may have an idea of what we're talking about, but you have fears.
Yeah,
The-
taboo intrusive thoughts.
Taboo intrusive thoughts. That's
Yeah.
such a better way of saying
False
it.
beliefs about yourself that you obsess around.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
beliefs that my CBT therapist has said that like a lot of these intrusive thoughts everybody has, but the difference is that people with OCD will become completely obsessed with proving to themselves that it's not true, to the point where they are like, they get so obsessed with it that it becomes
Yeah.
an even bigger
Bigger
whereas
thing.
Yeah.
that it's like, okay, so this, now that I'm thinking about it this much, it
Yeah.
must be true, you know?
Self.
Exactly. The inability to dismiss
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
thoughts
God.
as
Oh god,
tiny
you
little
truly
things.
know about stuff.
Well, look, I've done my press circuit.
Yeah,
I really
very
haven't.
good. Well, here we are.
Well, here
Day
we are.
one.
Well, here we are, day one. But what was mad was when I did that show, I was shitting myself, and I was like, everyone's gonna think I'm crazy or like all these, or they're just gonna assume that this is verbatim my life, and it's not. It's art. It's theatre. But do you know? And like, I thought everyone was gonna be like, oh, so that's your life. Wow.
You freak.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't want that. But also, it does touch on topics which are very personal to me. And do you know what? Things that matter to me and that have affected me which aren't spoken about.
Yes.
But when I came out, so many people were like, that's my life. Or like, that's me. I've never seen that. Or I've just realised I've got pure OCD or I have OCD and all these things. And I was like, guys, you're really coming for my USP. But like,
I've actually got OCD as well.
do you know what I mean? Like, sorry, back off. But I was like, this is unreal because I've never. Like, I love that you have got this.
Yeah.
Because I have never. Well, that sounds bad on my lovely friends, and I love my friends, but I never was like said any of these things, and someone was like hard relate. Yeah.
Yeah. People would be like, oh,
like I'm so with you. They were like,
oh, yeah.
that's.
Yeah, and then you'd have to be like, but that is normal.
Yeah.
Like, that is okay, and it's not true. And then you're like, I wish I'd fucking never opened my fucking mouth in my life.
Which I feel like you literally, which I feel like you can't say unless you have the knowledge to be able to be like, that's.
Yeah.
You can't be like, this is my intrusive thought, but don't worry, it's not true when like you're in the depths of, what if it is?
Yeah.
If you haven't had the courage to speak to someone about it, professional, because how can you have that courage when you're literally scared that someone's going to lock you up?
Yeah.
If you, or lock you do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Great, can't wait for us all to develop that one.
So then I was like, okay, this is something that I want to take further because it feels like it's not just me thinking these things.
Yeah.
And
have you
important.
found that like throughout like the runs of this show that you've had, it's like consistently just like relatable and amazing in people's view, like when you in the feedback?
Yes. I mean, some people will be like, yeah, calm, like, cool, that was a show. Some people be like, that was weird. And then some people, but then like, no, do you know what I mean? That's not for everyone. We had like a whole audience of OAPs and like not a single laugh.
Oh.
And that was hard.
Sorry, what's our OAPs?
Old age pensioners.
Old
Overage. That's judgmental. Old age pensioners.
Right.
Old people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I will explain that. They will probably, the people who can relate, they've lived their entire lives without saying this to anyone. So they're like, I'm literally 95. I'm not gonna out myself right now. Like, it's almost over. I've made it thus far.
Like, I'm 1 foot in the grave. Like,
just like
I'm not doing it now.
Yeah. Do you have? Go.
No, sorry, but for all of those audience who like didn't get it, didn't like it, every show or every second show there'd be like 1 or 2 people who come out like pulling an Anna.
Yeah. Pulling an Anna.
That made it worth it. I was like, God, it was Edinburgh's hard. Trying to get audiences in, all of that stuff, and I was just like, do you know what? If this is like not helping, that sounds like
it is though.
egotistical, but like connecting with people, 1 person in every show, that's more than enough. Do you know what I mean?
And also like I obviously had a very visceral reaction to it because I saw myself so much and I thought it was such a validating experience, and it was like, what was that word that you found?
Relatable.
Exactly. Very niche. Not in everybody's vocabulary. Relatable. And I was like... And I am a person who has very much come to terms with my OCD. I've done CBT more than once. And I have several friends with OCD who I can speak unfilteredly about this. And I still had like such an intense experience watching that show. So I'm like, imagine if you've not even had the courage to share with even 1 person, and if you've never even spoken to a therapist about it. Like that must be such an...
If I had seen like that play,
overwhelming
experience, but also I would feel like my life was changed. I would be like... because I remember the first time, like, I said one of my really scary intrusive thoughts to somebody, and they like completely validated it. Or the first time I said it to somebody who was like, "Oh my God, me too," and I was just like, oh my god, I can actually like live my life, I guess, because before I'd been like, I can't be in this beautiful place with these nice people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't exist here.
Yeah.
And it's like having like the biggest weight off your shoulder.
And like you suddenly know it's not real. Because if it's in someone else's mind, it isn't real then.
Yeah. And also, oh god, for me it was like the first time talking to like a professional person. Because this is the thing, I feel like you can't, and I'd done it before where I'd be like, you know, there was like a school counselling service or like, you know, those things. Yeah. And it's like, with those people, I would never talk about my intrusive thoughts. Or I'd like test them with like a medium, lukewarm. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yes. But yeah. Like mango and lime.
Yeah. And then they'd be like writing down, you'd be like, oh, nothing else has ever been said.
And I'm like, brilliant. You don't get this. I'm like, I have this, but it's not what I want to do. And they're like, I think it is.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's not. So I'm not going to tell you more.
Anything else.
Yeah. And I spoke to, when doing Flickr, we spoke and I had great chats with the guy who runs it. And he was like, when people call me on the helpline, I say, okay, if you're going to talk to a therapist, even make sure that they specialise in pure OCD if you're experiencing intrusive thoughts, or you start with your lukewarms. Because he said that he's been in the position before where people have told their kind of, you know, extra hot, extra spicy XXX intrusive thoughts, and then they've been completely misunderstood by healthcare professionals. Maybe this is further back in time.
I can imagine it happening, to be honest. But
also here and now, and him having to vouch for them and be like, no, that's not.
Oh, what
do you know what I mean?
It's like
crazy, awful, horrible.
Yeah, truly.
And completely lost my train of thought, but just
the fact that can happen is terrifying.
That can happen is crazy. And I just remember the first time speaking to a healthcare professional and someone being like, that's normal. Or like, I've had 7 people in the last week tell me this. Like, the tears. They're just like, oh my gosh. Not feeling like you're an awful person.
Yeah.
And as much as you can tell yourself, that's not true, that's not me, that's not true, that's not me. Until someone else says it, which I know shouldn't be like.
No, but it is helpful. We're human beings.
That's the first step.
Yeah.
I mean, surely the second, the third, fourth, fifth step is being able to acknowledge that in yourself and go, okay, give yourself that validation instead of having to find that in other people, which
we're all working on that.
Maybe I want to get there. But like, it's just huge.
It's like
that first
on the
time
distance.
is wild.
I feel like it's easier to get there when you are like, you know, fed, you've slept 9 hours and you're not premenstrual.
Yeah, as long as
everything. Exactly, I feel like it can exist there where I'm like, you know, you can even think about an intrusive thought and you can be like, ha!
Yeah.
That is ridiculous, you have nothing on me, God. And then you find yourself sleep deprived, hungry, and, you know, periods starting in 2 days and you're just like...
I think we should hear your Gabyhood watch.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want us to go first to get the vibe, or do you want to just...
Oh, well, I've had some thoughts.
Coming in with toppy energy, and I like that.
Yeah.
Well, please. So I was doing a little acting-y thing recently. We had to go in a circle.
Classic.
And we had to introduce ourselves, pronouns, fun fact. And the first
I love how that's just like obvious. You know, pronouns, fun fact.
No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
what
kind of animal you would be if you were an animal.
Yeah, and then do the sound and impression, round the circle, walking.
Yeah.
But it's always
and
like...
everybody repeats your movement.
Exactly. It's tame, it's boring. We've been there, we've done that.
Yeah.
And the first person just came in, hi, name, fun fact, I have a third nipple. And I just thought, incredible. Incredible, huge energy.
Yeah.
And
huge.
just like, that's what you're putting first.
Literally, I'm only imagining your bare chest now.
Yeah.
And also, but like everyone else has to just mentally go, oh God, I'm leveling up. And I just think, incredible.
Who was the next person after that? Imagine if they were like, oh, I've got 2 rabbits. And then it's like, you literally couldn't. It would be humiliating.
Yeah, you'd have to...
be like, I fucking kicked a dog. Like,
you have to just
something like
pull it out of the depths of the vault.
Randomly, That made me think of a person that also has OCD that told me that they accidentally kicked their dog and then with their left foot, and then they were like, "I'm so sorry," and then kicked the dog with their right foot.
Oh dear.
It's so bad. You've told me that story before, and it just goes so good every time.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I've done things like that, but then if it's like hurting, like if you like smacked your hand or something and then you need to do the other hand, just do a small smack. Like I don't need to do the same amount.
That's good for you. I think I am more like I need the same level.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's hard. That's your Gabe watch.
Oh, but I've got a little like mention.
No,
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
honourable
like,
mention.
we
Honourable
usually
mention.
go way too long
You go.
on our Gabe Hood watches. So like, and
I'm so sorry, that was short and sweet.
Yeah, and which
Fine.
is so fine. Just know that I expected more.
If you had got out a third nipple, that would have been better. But if you had to say that somebody has one.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Yeah, my friend, before I came here, I was with my sweet mother, and we recently planted a sunflower together.
Oh.
And it's been our whole life since that.
Oh
We
my
planted this
God.
sunflower. Honestly, we planted 8. Only one survived from the caterpillars, like seed-wise. Started growing. We had to like put holes on, like stints to like
Whoa.
carry it, and it's gone like 7 foot, almost our height, if you will.
Oh my God.
Today, she broke and she broke like she. Oh my God! It felt gay. the drama that went into us, like, can we save her? No, we can't. And then talking about her in the like past.
Yeah.
We call her Sunny.
You're tearing up
And
a little bit.
honestly, it was so much like it was the carcass was on the floor, and we were
No.
talking about the kind of life that she's led, and then we put her on the mantelpiece next to our dead dog. It was just, yeah,
Like
it felt
7
homosexual.
foot
For sure.
on the mantelpiece.
No, well, God, my mum was just in with the scissors, and I was like, "You're hurting her."
Oh, but it's like no, she needs it. She's gone.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
She doesn't know.
And so she told me I had to mention her on the podcast.
Oh,
Of course.
and this one's
And
for
I'm
you,
so
Sunny.
glad you did.
And this one's for you, Sunny.
Lock me up, officer.
Look me up for what I've done.
I have to do it when you both have done it. I have to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Right, someone else.
Oh,
Okay. No. Sorry.
I fucking love
keep trying to
this
stop
energy. The podcast needs topping every once in a while. It gets
And I'm
comfortable.
so sorry about that.
It needs to prove itself.
That's okay. Usually we just go a bit like, okay, so what's your Gabe Hood watch? But I love that. I'm gonna steal that.
No, it's because I just know
Someone else.
I will rap.
Even when it's just the two of us, I would be going, right.
Right.
Someone else.
Someone else.
Who's
Your
next?
turn.
Someone else just go.
My Gabe Hood watch is this. Actually, I've got a few fucking honourable mentions.
Okay.
Today, I was sat on the tube. I managed to find myself a seat, even though it was fucking crazy Northern Line delays.
Oh.
So everyone was petering off here, there, and everywhere. I got to sit down for like 3 stops. I was like, oh, blessed. I sat down. Immediately, somebody boarded to the tube. They got on and they wide leg stanced over me, one heel up. Like this, on their phone, all their nails short.
Is this like the fucking head teacher in Matilda? Like, that's all I'm
Yes.
seeing.
Okay,
It's huge. That's 100% where
that
I'm at.
energy, 1000%, in like a 5'2", slim, long-haired person.
It was me. It was shocking, Anna.
Anna has a
Can't
doppelganger.
believe you found shocking Anna. You didn't.
Do something. And the whole time they were like on their phone, like looking at their phone right next to my face. So I was like, I felt like I like couldn't look away. I was like, I'm completely in your submission right now. You're stood over me. I had my bags on my lap because it's all too wet to be like getting out my book and everything. And I was just like, I worship you.
You are everything.
Everything. And that motherfucker didn't look at me in the eyes once.
Oh, of course.
Not even when leaving.
And that
Not
left first? Who
even.
left first?
I left first.
How did you maneuver? Through the leg?
Yeah, well, no.
Don't mind me.
Yeah. I like went to move to get up and they moved their leg and I stood up and then they just, without even looking at me, they just like demurely looked down and sat in my seat. And I was like, that's all you wanted me for.
Yeah.
I was nothing to them.
No, you got
Okay,
honourable
so
mention.
that was my honourable mention.
yeah.
That wasn't even.
Oh no, that wasn't
That
it.
wasn't even the main course.
See, that's why we're so fucking devastated about your nipple gone.
Oh god, I'm so.
We do like.
I should have. I'm so sorry.
This is like a 5-course meal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe that was just an amuse bouche, and I've got something else. For
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We also need time to roast your rainbow. So
This is.
Oh, we're roasting your rainbow.
Yeah, which I'm actually quite terrified about.
Brilliant. Other neighbourhood watch.
Yes.
I went to a Dykes on Bike spin class. I'm going to come to your motherfucking spin class, Anna.
No, I almost said something, and I was like,
Just let it go.
I'm just gonna let it go. Water off a duck's back. Famously not resentful. Notoriously.
I am going to come to your spin class so hard. The reason I've been trying... You don't even know. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Press ups, back, jumps, bouncing. I've learned all the
Cutbacks, yeah.
choreography. So I have been meaning to go to this class. It's Ash Rides, and I booked this class like months ago, and then I couldn't go, and then I couldn't go again for my reschedule, and it's now come around again. And bless Ash, the sweetest person in the world, let me come back for the third time, still believing I was going to turn up when I hadn't for the other two. So there we were. I went to it, and it was literally Dyke anthems for the whole spin class, and they were like coloured lights in the studio. It was like dim. I was expecting like bright studio, like we're just staring at ourselves, like hating our lives, because I've only been to one of the spin classes when I was like 18, and it was great, but it was that vibe.
But was like maybe they work at like, because I also have the lights. If you wanted to come,
I do.
I change the lights
For the
when I change
colours?
the track, or if the beat changes, or when we go into the chorus, I will change the lights, because we're
I
now
love that.
doing choreo. Change the lights. We are now going up in resistance. Change the lights. Here's a strobe light.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you're not running off the bike to the wall to do that.
No. Listen, it's fucking hard to be a spin instructor, because you have to be a DJ, you have to be a lighting and sound designer, and you also have to be a motivator, you have to be a performer, and you have to be a choreographer. You have to have so many jobs at once. So I'm standing up there. It's like having this musical instrument where I'm like do 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 ding 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 da 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 da. You know, it's all
happening.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. Anyways, enough about me.
I'm coming to your spin class.
Yeah.
It was great. Ash's was great. You should also go to Ash's. Ash will come to yours. We'll all just go to everyone's.
Great. If
I'll
it's for
start
free,
doing one.
spin
If
together.
it's for free.
It's not for free. I went to it. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Then, later that very same day, I went to watch Arsenal play Man City.
Oh, what a day.
Yeah, very gay.
Ladies.
Yeah, of course. Football.
Yeah,
Not
what do you
men's
think we
football.
do?
I don't watch men's football. I just watch football. It was fucking great. I will say, I'm a Man City fan. And no one can say anything about that, because my dad left that to me in his will. So if you want to make jokes, then fuck you all. So I was there in my Man City shirt from like fucking 2007. And I was surrounded by Arsenal fans, which was intimidating. However, obviously it was...
Erotic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was tension. We were all... something needed to happen. And what happened was Arsenal scored a goal, which was actually the opposite of what I wanted to happen. But then we scored a goal. Imagine this, it's now half time.
Yeah.
Oh.
1-1.
The entire game.
I will. Well, don't worry, we're already halfway through. At that point, I'm like, I can't be sat with Arsenal anymore. I'm going to go to that tiny strip of blue that I can see is the away area. I blag my way there through good looks alone. That's like not confirmed, but that's what I truly believe.
Yeah.
Go into the away area with my people. They are so aggressive. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
I upsettingly, now I'm sat next to some people who are singing songs that they've made for each individual player with like rhymings for all their surnames and everything, or they are established songs that I didn't know about. So every time there was like someone kicked the ball in a good way, this area would be singing the like song for that player, which was intense, I will say.
Can you give us like a little...
It will be like, for example, just bearing in mind, I don't know the song. It'll be like, she's always clean, she's never unkempt. We all love Lauren Hempt. That'll be it. Hempt.
Phenomenal.
Then Arsenal scores a goal. Disallowed.
What does that
Imagine
mean? What
how...
does that mean?
It means that they were offside.
Yeah, I knew
Wasn't
that.
even offside.
It obviously was, because there's cameras.
We've got an Arsenal fan in the studio.
Then Man City score a goal. Brilliant. Then Arsenal score a goal. So it's 2-2. Spoilers, it was a draw. That does mean everyone left vibing. And what happened before we left is because we're in the away area, all of the Man City players came over to our area, which was like 200 people, and just like climbed over into the seating area, talking to people, taking photos. Like, football at its best. Like, how cute. And like so many inspired like kids there, like tiny girls in little football jerseys. And I was like, this is the world. And it was obviously every single person there was gay, obviously. So that's my gayhood watch.
Gorgeous. Oh, God. I wish I would have been there because it's a lifelong dream of mine to become a wag. But like the gender neutral version.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A wig.
Yeah, I just love to be a football wig. And I'm actually going to stick on the theme of football with my gayhood watch. So I went with the that I've spoken about previously.
Yeah.
And we decided to go and play football because I was like, I really want to join like a queer football team for fun. She was like, I've joined one, would you like to come? And I was like, absolutely. And she was like, by the way, when you come to training, just know that this is a non-competitive one. And I said, perfect for me. I'm like super chill and like not competitive at all. And I just really don't care.
So you're in the stage where you're like explicitly lying to the people you're dating. It's that early on.
No, I did say, I was like, oh, do you know what? Golly gosh, I'm not sure how that's going to work for me, but I will try and tone it down. So I went to the Football League and, you know, we were all chatting. Everyone was queer, everyone was lovely. And we started playing. They were like, we don't keep score. And I was like... Oh,
that seems crazy to me.
What?
I was like, oh...
Surely they are just there for fun then.
Yeah, they really are.
Why did you still wink on fun?
I didn't even wink, but I just intention. Yeah.
Yeah. And we thought...
Yeah.
No, please. Please, no, you take over.
No,
It's your podcast, Gabby, please.
We're just here. Thank you so much for having us. We start playing, and obviously I'm, you know, really going at it because my instincts are kicking off. So I'm just running. It's starting to get aggressive, and then like somebody shoots a goal, but they're doing it in like a bit of a cheaty way, and they're like, "Way, ha 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 ha!" And so the other side scores, and I find myself almost going, "That doesn't count," because, and then I'm like, "That was really good." So I'm like, "Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter."
Oh, I can hear the pain in your voice.
And and when we keep playing, you know, everyone's just having fun, but I can't help myself. So every time I like lose the ball or fail, I just like will scream "fuck," because it just comes naturally to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there is no way I can keep my competitiveness. So I just end up, and it just becomes this weird thing where I'm just like apologizing profusely, consistently. I'm like, "Oh God, sorry guys, like I'm just so competitive by nature," and I was like, This isn't
your place.
No, this is not my place.
Oh.
But luckily for me, we're going to call her, the person I went with to football, we're going to call her wristwatch, because she had a wristwatch and I found it like really sexy.
Yeah, I found
like just the whole wristwatch situation, like the way it looked and the way it was on her wrist, and like just enhanced her like forearms and hand. I was just like, okay.
Got it.
Anyways, so a wristwatch is there, and wristwatches, that's a very hard word I've chosen that I keep saying several times.
What?
Wristwatch.
Watch.
Wristwatch is standing in the goalpost, and wristwatch is the goalkeeper.
That makes those two add up.
They do. So I'm just running around being competitive. I'm also premenstrual during this time.
Great.
So I feel like everybody fucking hates me.
Yeah.
They're like, who is this insane bitch? And what doesn't help is that I'm also... This is going to sound so vain, but fuck it, I've already come across that way on this podcast, so, you know, I might as well keep going.
Yeah, it's your USP.
Might as well. And I'm just like in a sports bra and my trousers in,
It's giving
cycling
basketball
shorts.
Bend it like Beckham.
Yes. Thank
Got
you.
it.
And I'm like, all these people hate me. They probably think that I'm just like really hot and cool, just running around and doing this, you know? And I'm like, they hate me even more because I have abs.
Oh my fucking God.
Hot, cool, abs and aggression.
Yeah, and exactly. I'm really good and I'm aggressive and I'm hot and I'm, you know, they hate me for it. Thankfully, I've got wristwatch there in the goalpost, really bigging me up.
That's nice.
So it was actually a good time. However, how this all ended was I was like too anxious to stay because I felt like everybody hated me. But they didn't. I was like, before I left, I was like, oh God, guys, I'm so sorry, I just can't help it, I'm just very, very competitive. And they were like, no. I was like, I'm so sorry for all that. Because at one point as well, I started like, one girl tried to take the ball away from me. Ugh. And I was just like aggressively keeping it. And she went, oh my God. And I was like, sorry, sorry.
Me. I literally would run. I'd run, keep running,
that.
leave my backpack. Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, I am just this like, I am this angry man that like runs up to Megs, and Megs turns around and snaps and says, you can't just run up to me like that. You know, that's how I felt. And I don't want to be that man.
No.
It felt horrible. So I feel like Regina George, you know what I mean? And she needs to go...
Misunderstood.
Needs to go into just an aggressive sport where nobody's afraid of her and everybody else is just as aggressive.
Yes. I forgot that was a thing that Regina George does, but yes.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, me and Regina George.
It is. Speaking of arc, I think it's time to roast your rainbow.
I feel like I should be taking notes.
Yeah, you will. Well, this will be a written essay.
Brilliant.
I don't know if you know this, but this is being recorded, so you don't actually need to take notes. It's
How vulnerable are you feeling right now?
I say go hard.
Okay, fucking brilliant.
Because
the first word I'm gonna have to say is tits.
Yeah,
because there's like literally nothing else to say.
And is it slightly see-through? I think
so. It's my birthday, so please shut the fuck up. Okay. Gabby's wearing a t-shirt. It's so weird to say your name because we anonymize them. Gabby's wearing a t-shirt, much like mine, except it just says here, it's plain white. It says, it's my birthday, so please shut the fuck up. Gabby's drinking like what looks like a fucking like wee martini out of a plastic looking cup. Actually, no, I think it might be glass because it's frosted. And then looking at the camera like, who, me?
Yeah. Shorter little Bob looking intensely into the camera. I'm going to say absolutely hot. I'm here for it. I'm engaged.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
We're engaged.
First round is on me if you like long women. Yeah, fucking funny. I already laughed at that. Annoyingly, I used my laugh at that when I first saw it.
Oh, okay.
So if you could possibly edit that line into this video.
In all fairness, I would love to not have that, but I feel like
no, I think that's very
funny.
funny.
For me, I don't love it when there's a massive height difference.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You're speaking to people who don't fuck with that belief.
Don't like I know it's an ish me. It's not an issue. It's an ish me. Do you know what I mean? I know that. Like, I feel that in my bones.
Yeah.
But...
Okay, so tell me, how tall are you?
5'11".
Amazing. Is that taller than you?
It is actually, yeah, I'm 5'10".
Oh my God.
See, I don't fuck with that.
Okay.
What height are you accepting?
Oh,
wait.
No, it's not like hard and fast. If I'm to meet someone and we have a connection and they're 4'11".
Look at you, you're struggling to swallow your own claim.
But like, if there's so many people on these apps, I think.
I just think that more people, first round is on me if you like long women. Most people do.
Yeah.
So what you need to be like is first round is on me if you're over
long.
5'6".
If you're long.
Yeah, if you are also a long woman. Yeah. Because this is going to be doing all the wrong thing.
Yes.
Yeah. First round's on me if I don't have to bend down to kiss you. I think that's good. That's charming. Go for it.
That's incredible, and I will be changing that.
Yeah, perfect.
Jesus. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
here we go. 5'11".
5'11".
Obsessed. Occupation, actor, in brackets, hospitality.
It's so good. It's so good. Fuck, I really wish it wasn't so funny. I'd love to be roasting it more, but
no, trust me, you'll roast.
Okay.
There are roastable potatoes on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, next photo.
Yes.
The next photo is giving, Daddy bought me this dress. And I'm just so crazy. Like, I've just come from my ball at Oxford, but like, I'm in this like crazy McDonald's toilet with like ripped wallpaper. Like, I literally am living life.
I think it's the way you are holding the wall behind you.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel like you are just like having to grab onto it and you are just giggling and sort of performing to me somehow. And I'm just like, just relax and be yourself. Like, stop trying to impress me so much, you know?
Yeah.
It's giving me the ick.
Thanks. We were engaged and now we've got the ick. Unbelievable.
I do like this dress though.
Thank you.
This dress in another context. I'm not talking to you. This dress in another context.
Yeah.
Okay. I can teach you how to. Oh my god. Wait a second.
Oh my fucking god. Top girls. No.
Oh, great,
Gabby,
great.
this is too good. I can teach you how to.
Top girls.
And it's an image of Gabby and her friend standing in front of a poster for a play that is called Top Girls.
Yeah. That's very funny.
Looking back, and also you are looking incredible. This slicked back hair
And like a backless
like
dress.
20s styled hair somehow.
It's beautiful. I'm not going to lie, immediately look at your friend first, which I feel like
She is unbelievably
she
beautiful.
is fucking stunning. I think it's because she has a glittery earring in.
Okay, so if I changed my earrings, you would look at me first.
I think so.
Is that what you're telling me?
The lightest, the brightest thing in the picture is that earring.
Yappa.
And I'm like a magpie.
A classic feedback from Megs is usually like,
Don't have
ever...
a hotter person than you in your photo.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm not saying she's hotter than you.
I'm saying she's hotter than me.
I mean, you look fucking incredible. I think you just need to crop it.
Just having seen 2 pictures from you of you prior, I wouldn't really know who you were in this anyway.
Yes. But because
If
you
I
talk
didn't
about how
see
long
it.
you are.
We're obviously engaged, and I'm very familiar with your face since I fall asleep next to it every night.
Naturally.
But if I were to only see this profile and having only seen those 2 pictures prior, this third photo, I wouldn't immediately know which one was you.
Agreed.
If anything, that's working in my favour.
All right, brilliant. Okay.
And then we will be disappointed later on.
I recently discovered that
Thank
I'm
you, Anna.
having less sex than my 75-year-old.
Well, it's true.
Your dad's only getting some, or you're just getting
So
none?
basically, he met this woman in M&S, and now they like live together. Like they're in love.
Okay.
That's exactly how we met. Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's beautiful, but like not for me.
Not for you.
My vulnerable side.
Oh,
I don't
I
like
have the
this,
ick
Gabby.
now.
Yeah.
Look,
it's a photo of you, and again, a very attractive friend. And Gabby's doing
it's
this
not
thing.
my fault that I have peng
Hot
friends.
It is your fault if you're putting it on your dating profile.
But I don't take pictures of myself.
Gabby?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Gabby's tucking her hair behind her ear, doing the little, tongue in between your teeth to the side of your mouth, like, kind of Radio Rebel vibe.
Yeah.
And,
And your friend's
it's
even looking at
obviously
you
a
like,
joke.
what the fuck are you doing?
Your friend's smiling at you like
Like-
endearingly, but also like, somebody get me out of here.
Yeah.
Stat.
I do like that you've captured my vulnerable side, because it's like, obviously not. But what that shouts to me is, much like us, that you're an open book for the first 30 pages.
Oh, accurate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, together
So-
we're only going to be repressing so much. We're never really going to communicate. We're just going to be like,
it's not.
we're going to
It's
just
just-
rip it
We're gonna
into
just
each
speak
other.
through memes, but like live memes. We're just gonna reenact memes
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
For the rest of our days.
My biggest date fail. Thought I was spiked, fell down the stairs, ended up in A&E, gutting to find out it was just the norovirus. Brilliant. As well, because I know now my date with you is not going to be the worst date possible.
Yeah.
True.
Probably.
Also, we already knew you were funny, but now, and also, as I've said before, my favorite type of dating profiles is where somebody is just doing joke after joke after bit after bit after bit.
Thank you.
I never want anything to be sincere. I want to know that you are probably not securely attached and probably avoidant and,
And then I want you to
or
want me.
anxious. Either way, I'll take the other part. You
Great.
know?
Anna's verse. Right. Me in the Wild. Again,
What is that one?
it's...
You and your incredibly hot friend.
Look, it's just not my fault.
You're both very hot in this, I will say.
This is a lovely photo, and it is a great photo. It's confusing because they're in front of a wall. They've both got Scotland t-shirts on, and like sort of like pagan-looking skirts. I don't know if that's even deliberate. Like tights and ankle boots, and they're like rubbing down their body, and like they're both looking like.
You describing this is my favourite thing in the world.
Yeah, it's something. again, I'm like, are you like only funny and you just know you're funny, or are you actually a real human being? Now I've met you in person, I also know the answer to that. But if I was looking at you, I'd be like, yeah, but can you actually just be like normal?
Yeah.
Like, can you be real? Can you be open? I'm just gonna be like, haha, jokes.
Do you not want a little bit of mystery though? Do you not
What do you want?
Find out?
What do you want? Like a picture like this, like a mugshot, just like this is real.
Like,
this
a photo
is
of
me.
you trying, but like not
Trying?
acknowledging
To
you're
be
trying.
fair, to be
In what
fair,
way?
this
What
is
are
to
you
be-
looking
no,
for?
No, no,
Right, don't get angry.
Everybody quiet. I need to say
angry,
something. Even I, who enjoy having, bit after bit, I would like to see a picture where you are like, this is me looking sexy and confident.
Yes.
We
haven't gotten to the end yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not finding that. Let's stop now.
Okay.
Sexy and confident. Oh,
Yes.
look. I don't know if that's in my arsenal. Sorry.
No, that was really good.
I'm gonna.
Final one.
My favourite thing to do when social distancing. And it's a picture of you in the middle with two friends kissing you on the cheek. And again, you're like, it's giving, oh my God, what's that person who went like famous on TikTok, and it's like all of like the anime.
More intimate with you. What?
I know, it's like, you're like,
You see,
basically on
it
my
doesn't
lap.
bring me close to other people, it brings other people together.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Anyway.
it also says pleasance on this, so we've also got another little tidbit. We're like, okay,
You've been at the fringe.
So maybe you're an actor in brackets hospitality, but at least you're an actor in brackets hospitality who have done something
In the last 10 years.
Exactly.
I love this profile. We just need a bit of vulnerability.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
we need either vulnerability or like confident seriousness, because everything is like, ooh,
Yeah. It's like you're laughing at yourself before we can laugh at you.
Exactly. I'm like,
Should we do a photo shoot?
We actually should.
we actually really should.
Right, everyone take their tops off.
Third nipples out.
We have to end this motherfucking episode.
Oh,
Yes, but it's been
beautiful.
an absolute pleasure to have you here.
I'm gonna go home and cry.
Brilliant. Do you want any company? I'll get your dad's girlfriend
Yeah, I'll see you.
to come and drop in on you.
Thank you so much.
We love having you. I literally, this has been the fucking time of my life. I
Yes.
think this might be like my favourite episode of season 2.
Oh my god, that's a statement.
What the hell?
I'm kidding.
God.
I've also had the best time. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It feels insane to say that, even seriously, to like even. That's how I know that we would be too bitty. That's how I know that the communication between us would just be joke upon joke upon joke.
Are you breaking up with
Where
me?
I can't even.
Fuck. I'm so it's so
sorry.
awkward that I'm in the middle of this.
This is how I felt sitting there. When you guys, I'd just be there, like, it'd be like tennis. I'd be like,
Well, we love you.
well,
Yeah, it's been great.
Oh, didn't say it back. Okay. Well, we've been obsessive compulsive Dykes.
I've been Anna.
I've been Megs.
and I love you both.
Get it off your chest, get 'em off your back. Get your compulsions back on track. Stick it to the strikes, tell 'em take a hike. Join your obsessive compulsive Dykes.
Oh, I love that. We have a handshake already.
Oh dear.